Anyway, 20 minutes past 8 a.m. and this morning kuna vitu zenye nataka kudiscuss na nyinyi, especially nyinyi watu wa CRE. What did God say about internet hacking?
Hakuwa na internet kwa Bible.
So God hakuwa ameplan for internet.
Hakuwa anajua. Anaweza ona.
God anaweza jua kila kitu lakini hakuwa anajua kutakuwa na internet. Lakini anajua kutakuwa na flying chariots.
Ndio, kama angekuwa anajua kuna internet, angejua wase wangekuwa kutumia sijui M-Pesa huko Kamiti. Then angefunga internet.
Unafikiri watu wa Kamiti wanatumia internet?
Si ndio? Kwani unadhani my Nigerian
USSD?
A Nigerian friend from sijui somewhere is sending you cash. Surely. Kutu hapa Kamiti.
No. Those are actually Ghanaians. Okay. Wakamitis yao ikwanga too very simple. Mama yako ni mgonjwa tunapeleka na bodaboda. You know when you read the tweet and you can tell it's written in an accent.
Ati box imevunjwa.
Tuma pesa tumepeleka mama yako mgonjwa ameumwa na nyoka. Like, mama yangu ameumwa na nyoka.
How? Ata mama.
So hizo ndio zao. But we're talking about the internet. The internet has become a very unsafe space. And did you know that it's so easy for people to just go onto the internet and get all your information?
It's possible.
Yeah, but you see, the thing is, there's some info. Before, we used to be very wary about the kind of information we share.
Yes.
Like, if I asked you, Brian, ukona siblings wangapi if I'm a stranger? Imagine if like I've just walked in from anywhere and then I just come and ask you, how many siblings do you have? You're like, that's none of your business. Why are you entering my business like that? Lakini, we mwenye utachukua tu simu yako upost picture na useme you write a whole story about how you have 7 siblings. In fact, when you were born, so your sister even has 28 teeth. You'll give all that information. Before, used to be very scared to share information. But now with the advent of social media, we're kind of oversharing.
Yes.
Worse still, even if you're not on social media, chances are that your information can be stolen by someone. So I invited a friend to come into the studio to share with us how safe are we on the internet. Hey. How you doing?
I'm good.
Are you up?
Yes, I am.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Analauka. All right. In studio, we got Laura Tich. She's here to teach us about how safe we are on the internet. Before we take a break, how safe are we on the internet? Are we safe or not safe?
Not very safe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Catch the vibes on air and online.
In studio, we've got Laura Tich. Hey, Laura.
Hey, Kwambox.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Okay, so we want to talk about cybersecurity, and this. I'll be honest. The other day I saw a guy. There's a guy who apparently did a hit and run. Aligonga gari ya wenyewe, or rather cyclists, and so the cyclist posted the video, and within a very short time the guy was trending, his details, where he lives, nini, and this was all gotten from the internet. So I was worried. I was like, guy, it just within a few minutes like this, the whole world can know everything about you.
Yeah.
You can come from obscurity to pretty much scrutiny. And so I wanted to ask, you're a techie. Tell us a bit about yourself.
My name is Laura Tich. I'm a cybersecurity practitioner. I'm also the co-founder of She Hacks KE, which is a group or a community of women in cybersecurity in Kenya. Yeah.
So how easy is it for someone to, like, for example, I meet Brian, I see him, and I'm like, I want to be able to hack this guy, find out, things.
Amevotia nani Ridimos.
Kama hizo ama, where he banks at. I just want to get into his computer. How easy is it?
It's very easy because right now we live in a very connected world. So everyone, especially in this generation, they post their lives on social media or anywhere in the internet.
Yeah.
So it's very easy. There's a technique or an activity called open source intelligence where you gather information from online sources, and this information is very easy to get.
Yeah.
If someone, for example, has a Facebook account, you can track down the email address they used to open that Facebook, and then find all the other connected accounts, and eventually for some people, they use the same emails for all their accounts, including their banking details, right?
Yeah.
So by tracking down that email address, you can be able to find even their banking information.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's a story that always trends each and every time. Guys create parody accounts. There's a time, I think 2 years ago, someone created a fake parody account for Matiang'i, and he was posting like it's him.
Yeah.
And later on, he was tracked using IP addresses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Do you think Kenya will reach a point where guys will be scared to do something like that because they'll know that, by the way, it's not ethical for me to do something like that because chances are also very high. Yeah, also chances are very high. Let's like Kwambox hapa, kuna mjama huko ako, kumbe Kwambox upost hivi, dadake ukanga hivi. Then aende, I create a side account to represent her. Will it reach a point when Kenyans will actually start being ethical when it comes to online?
I believe so, because right now we're still having that conversation of, the policies we need to put in place, data protection laws, identity theft laws. So I believe it will reach a point where people will take this seriously. If the policymakers and the, law enforcement will take this seriously and hold people accountable for what the activities they conduct online.
Okay. But when we talk about government policies, it almost seems like they don't understand what exactly is going on, because technology is moving even faster than, like if you were planning for something, like say hacking 2018 and you're putting policies by 2020, you have them input them. By 2020, things have evolved.
Yep.
So whatever it is that you're laying as laws on ABCDE, zishapitwa na wakati. But we're getting even more connected.
Yep.
So the policy that is on ground right now, if someone does impersonate me on the internet, it's almost hard to get this person, because they can hide their footprint. Is that where you come in? You can help me find out who this person is.
Yes, definitely. Because remember, when you're opening an account, you need a device. Every device has an IP address, which is like your fingerprint, right? Yeah. So you can be able to track down that IP address. Yes.
But see, there are people who are even polishing off their, Joka guns, counters at home, serial number. Yeah. There are people who are also removing their ID.
Yeah.
There's a way you can bounce off, from different, where you find someone was hacking. Like, for example, there's this story about, I think, China, international case about China, I think, hacked the States.
Yes.
And when they do the search, they find that this guy actually hid it in over 20 computers in different countries. Is that one way that people use to hide their identity?
Yes, there's something called...
What's that called?
There's something called a virtual private network. Like, I have one on my phone and my laptop, and it creates an encrypted tunnel that you can use to browse anonymously. And the other thing it can do, it can connect you to, or you can pretend to be one of 114 countries that VPNs work with. Let's say, for example, right now, if I'm using my phone to browse the internet, if a person tracks me, I can just pick South Africa, and he will think I'm in South Africa right now. Yes.
Girl, and you got to teach me how to do that.
And it will keep bouncing from country to country. So no one can pinpoint where you actually are at that moment.
Ooh, 27 minutes to 9 a.m. We're asking, are we really safe on the internet? Because we are all chances on the internet right now as we speak. I'm currently on the internet on 4 devices as we speak. Brian on 3 devices. We are in a connected age, but are we actually taking the steps to secure ourselves? Because unajua unafikiria kwani mtu ataniua. Kuna mtu anaweza kukupangia.
Saizi kuna auntie yako kwa WhatsApp ako, haya, umeambiwa send hii message to 40 people, then you'll receive luck. Then click this link to receive your reward. Una click hivi, haya, spam inakungojea.
For real? Haya. Wanatuma spam kwa nini? Kwa WhatsApp?
Catch the vibes on air and online.
18 minutes to 9 a.m. And shout out to you wherever you are. This is Morning Vibes with Kwambox Mbunde. And remember, this is where we give you good vibes only. And in studio, we've got Laura Tich. She's the founder of She Hacks. And she's here to tell us, to help us and decipher, are we safe on the internet? On our devices, are we safe? Matunacheza cheza tu.
Kwanza ukienda kwa club, because we are talking to our target audience. Kuna mse saizi kwanza ako kwa ma3 anaona wifi iko open
or ule mtu mwenye akiingia place, there's this thing that a lot of people do. They get to a place and the first thing they're like, is there Wi-Fi? Please give us the password, thank you very much. I don't understand that. I've never been someone who wants free Wi-Fi in a place, because with my layman I understand that all my info, I've opened myself up to this network, and so whoever is in here can be able to access it. But that's layman. Does joining an open Wi-Fi area, like say for example you go to like a restaurant and they have free Wi-Fi, is that advisable?
No, it's not. One of the ways hackers can use Wi-Fi to get into your device or your accounts is, you see when you walk into a restaurant and they have an open Wi-Fi, I can create something called a rogue access point, where it's the same as the legitimate Wi-Fi, same SSID, same name. If the other one has a password, same password, but usually it's open, and then it kind of overshadows the real one. So you're connected to my rogue access point. It's an evil twin without actually knowing. That's an attack, a type of attack called man-in-the-middle attack. So I can spoof. I can check what you're doing on the internet. I can manipulate your content if you're a blogger. Yes, I can do all these things.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like, so the internet is a space where there's a lot of good that can be done, but there's also a lot of evil can be done.
Yeah.
Let's talk about websites. I can visit a website and the first thing my computer tells me, this website is not secured. What does that mean?
It means it is not SSL protected. You see when you're accessing a website, the URL at the top, the protected ones have this lock. Like a green lock. Yeah, like a padlock.
Okay, for our listeners, because you know kuna mtu anasema sasa URL nini?
It's
where it
hapo
says
juu kwa link.
HTTPS.
Bas, yo sasa. So yeah, HTTPS is also a secure way for websites to be hosted. SSL stands for Secure Socket Layer, and it keeps your website secure, just as the name suggests.
So me who's checking the website and it's not secured, what's the damage to me?
It's also dangerous for you accessing the website, just as it's dangerous for the person host or the owner of the website, because it leaves these gaps where someone can easily get your information. This means that I can create a fake web, like the evil twin I was talking about when I was talking about Wi-Fis. I can also create an evil twin for websites. So if it has a login page, I can create a login page, same as the other website. It's just like what some of these hackers do with Facebook. When you're sent a link on Facebook and you click on it and it redirects you back to the Facebook login page, that can be a fake login page. So when you enter your credentials, you're basically giving the hacker all your information.
Wow. So and you know, there's something the other day someone taught me called phishing, and I've seen that a lot of sites are actually really taking time to train people on phishing. Social sites as well. So what exactly is phishing?
Phishing, it's a branch of social engineering, which how this happens is people manipulate you into giving them sensitive information by, let's say, emails. It's mostly emails. It's using emails to manipulate someone. So how this happens is, for example, you have an account with your bank, right? So someone can send you an email telling you that, you know, something has happened to your bank account. You need to change your password using this link. So when you click on that link, that is a malicious link, and you're basically giving that person access to your bank account. Yes.
That actually almost happened to me 2 weeks ago. That's actually how I started now focusing on phishing. Someone sent me a link like that and they told me, now you can put your new password. And I'm like, new password, my nyash. I called my banker. I'm like, wait, we need to be an email. And why am I giving you my password in the first place? So I think when we're on the net, we never think about, you know, why am I giving this information? Why am I sharing this? So, sometimes if you're on an app and then it says that you log on again, you know, the first thing you're like, oh, I don't want to miss anything. Let me log on. But you don't realize that it can't be the app.
Right.
Speaking about security. Our producer, once na while yeye uboro simu yangu, nampatia password. Na hiyo password ni ya Facebook yangu, ni ya Twitter yangu,
sasa najua
ni ya bank account. How regularly should I change my password?
We usually recommend twice a year, but it depends on the password you're using. It depends on how strong your password is.
So kama password yangu ni Vibes Radio,
you see, that's very
Radio Vibes.
No, that's very vulnerable because there's a way you should create your passwords. Mix the characters, alphanumeric characters, alphabet, numbers, and then it's most advisable to use passphrases instead of passwords. Yeah, because most of these password cracking tools cannot detect the spaces. So if you use spaces, then your password is more likely to be more secure than if you use
no way.
Yeah, just one word.
So a space can be counted as a character.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. I like that. Because usually when you're making, and then also the thing is I forget the password. So I'll be like, this is this. Back even the site is clapping for me. It's like, yeah. This is the best password you've worked at. Watch I try. Now it tells me, okay, put your new password. I forgot.
That's why there are password managers.
Yeah.
They're actually programs that can help you create and store your passwords
but
securely.
Isn't that scary? Because now that we know everywhere, I worry. Like even like, is it safe? This is another question for you. Is it safe to use one email for all your accounts? Because we have, what's the point of opening 6,500 emails? Is it apps kazi nataka to log on bila nini? Zikwe bila email.
The only people when you're gonna emails nyingi ni when you're gonna different Netflix accounts. But you're not addressing them.
Yeah. Well, this one's, we'll talk to them later.
Yeah. It's advisable. You can use the same email for your social media accounts, but have a designated email for sensitive accounts like your banking account and what other sensitive details. Mostly your financial information is more sensitive.
His online stuff. Najua ile website unaendanga. Tulidiscuss jana.
Vibes Radio. That's .ke. Yes. Hapo tu.
The hub. Yeah, sensitive information.
Yes.
So it's advisable to have more than one email.
Yeah, yes it is.
And can you use the same email that you use for for accounts to send emails as well?
Yes, you can. But if the communication is something sensitive, then use encrypted emails such as Mailvelope. There are all these programs that you can use to encrypt your emails. Yeah.
And speaking of today's newspaper, turnover tax deadline ni leo. And mama mbogas are supposed to go vinyozi. So my biggest question is, so many guys will go to cyber cafes.
Yeah.
Especially mama mbogas, wasewa vinyozi. How safe are our cyber cafes right now? Is it a place that you can go? Because most of them, I'm sure, they don't have email addresses. So attend the iTax, wambiwe, ebu ingiza hapo password, atatengeneze your account, then haraka. Yes. How safe are our cyber cafes?
When it comes to cyber information, nothing or no one is ever safe.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in that cyber cafe, you're going to take your KRA pin, right?
Yes.
It's attached to your ID number.
Yeah.
That person gets your ID number. What can they do? You use your ID number to, on your M-Pesa.
Yeah.
So you remember when they said change your password or change your PIN or give us your PIN?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you've already given that person your ID number. So they can use it to either steal your identity or change your accounts or get money from your M-Pesa.
So, okay, because there's a lot of people who are listening in right now. Akina the mama bogas, we're talking about the butchery, because this is in effect today. Guys have to,
deadline.
The deadline.
Yeah.
So what advice would you give them as they're going to these cyber cafes? How can they protect themselves?
If you have to go to a cyber cafe to get this information, please make sure that all the information you've given them has been deleted before you walk out of there.
How?
Most of these people, you're giving them, everyone has a KRA account, right?
Yeah.
So, that place for save this on your browser.
Yeah.
Yes.
Make sure it's a no.
Yeah.
Yes. And then have them clear history, because then they can go back and check what they did. Yeah. So have them clear history when you're there before you leave.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because someone can steal your identity.
Yes.
This is crazy. Do you know me? Nakwambia kuna mse pali, I'm sure anajiita Kwambox. Okay, wachana na wa social media.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fake accounts, by the way.
Yes.
But, there's so many fake accounts. But I never bother with them. Should I be worried?
Unless they're using it to get money or just con your people. But unfortunately for us as Kenyans, we don't really have strict laws that, you can take this person to court or you can work with the CID to track this person down. You can, but it's very rarely that happens. So it's not as dangerous as long as they're not using your information to get something from people.
Oh no, they're just posting my nudes. Thank you so much. Sure, that's just that. Thank you so much for coming through and highlighting this. There's a lot of people who are probably listening to you right now, and I know you train people on a daily basis.
Yes, I do.
About cybersecurity.
Yeah.
How can they get in touch with you?
On Twitter, just look for Laura Tich, or at my handle is quite difficult, but just look for Laura Tich or shehacks_KE, and you can find us. We're about 350 women in Kenya who can hack, so any of them can help you out.
And you do a lot of trainings, especially for companies that are looking to secure themselves.
Yes.
Yeah, they should reach out to you guys.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank
I've
you so
learned a lot.
much. Yeah.
Rayo, una change password ama?
Haraka mimi sitaki ujue mpesa yangu balance ni.
Unaweka passphrase sasa.
Catch the vibes on air and online.